Good afternoon, everybody. How is all of my wonderful subscribers and viewers out there doing today? I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. It's Nikki D, and welcome back to the Nikki D channel. Today, we're going to be doing WWE Hot Take Season 2, Episode 15. And do you got some popcorn? Do you got some chips? Do you got a snack? Well, grab it, sit down, because we are in for a long show. This week, we have a record-setting 12 hot takes, 2 for Monday Night Raw, 2 for NXT, 2 for SmackDown, 2 for NXT Stand and Deliver, 2 for WrestleMania 41 Night 1, and 2 more for WrestleMania 41 Night 2. What's your hot take of the week? Let me know down in the comment section below. You want to say hi? You want to talk about wrestling? Just post a comment down in the comment section below, and I read and reply to every positive message I see. Don't forget to like the video, share the video all over social media, and smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of all my future videos. With that being said, I hope everybody continues to have an amazing day, and without further ado, let's get to our first hot take of the week. Bayley versus Liv Morgan was a disappointing build to WrestleMania. Oh, well, this past Monday night, we had Bayley going one-on-one with Liv Morgan in the first match of the show. And honestly, these women didn't really get enough time, in my opinion, considering that we are only 5 days away from WrestleMania. And honestly, I really feel like Liv Morgan was more deserving to win this match than Bayley, considering Lyra Valkyria and Bayley already have so much momentum coming out of the gauntlet match they just had on Friday night. And no one would have blamed Bayley if she had lost in this situation, considering she just had 4 matches 2 or 3 days ago. So the stamina is definitely not that high. And it also made Liv Morgan and the Judgment Day look weak. And you don't want to make your champions look weak. Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, the women's tag team champions, honestly, plus, I just felt like this storyline and this rivalry deserved something better. Maybe we could have had Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez in the ring cutting a promo, talking about how the gauntlet match with that Bayley and Lyra went through is not going to matter when it comes to the tag team titles this weekend. And then they get interrupted by Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, who say, if we could take out 4 women in one night, we're definitely going to have no problem with you. Before Raquel Rodriguez just comes in and says, enough talking. You came out here, you interrupted us, come down here and do something about it. And then we cut to Bayley and Lyra. Bayley looks at Lyra, shrugs her shoulders, and they both sprint down to the ring, and this goes into complete chaos. I felt like that type of storyline, considering how close we are to WrestleMania 41, would have been a lot better of a story to tell between these 4 women. I think it would have hyped their match up for WrestleMania 41 better than what we got this past Monday night. Bayley did earn the victory, don't get me wrong. Bayley and Lyra Valkyria have all the momentum in the world going into WrestleMania 41. Don't get me wrong. But honestly, I felt like this storyline could have been so much bigger, so much better. It would have had people actually want wanting to see this match, and maybe even throw a stipulation on top of it. Maybe make it no holds barred, maybe make it false count anywhere, no disqualification would have been a great idea for this match, considering the brawl that would have broke out in the storyline this past Monday. But all we got was an 8 to 10 minute match between Bayley and Liv Morgan, where Lyra Valkyria helped the Bayley to victory, and it also ended by the most devastating move in all of WWE. If you've been watching me and you watch my channel, you know that I prefer a clean finish where a WWE superstar hits their finisher and pins their opponent 1, 2, 3. I feel like the surprise roll-up is used way too often in WWE, and I feel like that was the icing on the cake for this already mediocre storyline and match that we were having. So honestly, in my opinion, Bayley versus Liv Morgan was a disappointing build to WrestleMania. And our second hot take of the week, Julius Creed looked amazing in the ring in loss to Rey Mysterio. Well, this past Monday night, Rey Mysterio went one-on-one with Julius Creed as he's getting ready for his match against El Grande Americano at WrestleMania 41. And honestly, Julius Creed dominated about 75 to 80% of their matchup for about the good first 8 minutes of their 10 to 11 minute match. Julius Creed was just constantly showing off his power, whether he was beeling Rey Mysterio across the ring or he was catching Rey Mysterio's baseball slide, turned it into a standing vertical, walked up the steel steps onto the apron with Rey Mysterio still set up in the suplex. Such amazing feat of strength for Julius Creed in that particular moment. Yeah, Rey Mysterio defeated Julius Creed on Monday Night Raw. Yes, El Grande Americano came down to the ring with his loaded mask and took out all of LWO, including Rey Mysterio, as he went to the top rope to hit his headbutt with, again, his loaded mask. But still, I'm focusing on the match between Rey Mysterio and Julius Creed, and Julius Creed really had a showing out party in a way when it came to singles competition. Julius Creed has been mainly known in his stable, whether he's in NXT with the Creed brothers and Diamond Mine, or he's in WWE with Chad Gable and American Made. Julius Creed has mainly been a tag team competitor in his WWE career. Finally got the chance to go one-on-one with a first ballot, with a Hall of Fame legend like Rey Mysterio. I was going to say first ballot Hall of Famer, but then I remembered Rey Mysterio was already inducted into the Hall of Fame last year. Honestly, just a wonderful performance for Julius Creed. He looked absolutely phenomenal in the ring with Rey Mysterio, and after seeing that, I'm definitely a big supporter of Julius Creed going after some singles championship gold. He's got the talent in the ring. I'm not gonna say he's as strong as somebody like Braun Breaker or Rusev, no, but he's definitely very powerful himself and definitely can't be slept on. Rey Mysterio, though, was able to weather the big storm that was Julius Creed and pick up the win, which really surprised me, but it didn't, because of the fact that Julius Creed, like I said, dominated 75 to 80% of this matchup. And honestly, my jaw was on the floor when Julius Creed was able to walk Rey Mysterio up those steel steps. Just an absolutely shockingly good performance this week from Julius Creed on Monday Night Raw. And Julius Creed really furthered his career with this match against Rey Mysterio as well. He might have lost, but he got to show the world exactly how strong Julius Creed can be, how dominant Julius Creed can be, and ultimately, Julius Creed could win matches as a singles competitor. No question in my mind about that. But at the end of the day, Julius Creed looked amazing in the ring in the loss to Rey Mysterio. And our third hot take of the week will take us down to NXT. Can Thea Hale win the Women's North American Championship at Stand and Deliver? Andre Chase was in the back in NXT talking about how he's not good for anybody, he can't help anybody, and Thea Hale popped in and said, "You helped me," and that lit up Andre Chase's face. He ended up getting Thea Hale pumped up as she was getting ready for her qualifying match against Carmen Pekovic. And Thea Hale was able to weather the storm that was Carmen Pekovic, or is Carmen Pekovic, after a very back and forth match, as Thea Hale did defeat Carmen Pekovic in order to qualify for the 6-women ladder match at Stand and Deliver, and now it's going to be for the NXT Women's North American Championship. We're going to be having Zarya versus Sol Ruka versus Kalani Jordan versus Izzy Dane versus Lola Vice versus Thea Hale. Honestly, I look at this match and I automatically say Zarya a favorite, Sol Ruka a favorite. But then I start to go down the list and I start to see that, in my opinion, Thea Hale is the dark horse in this matchup. And if both Zarya and Sol Ruka do get taken out of this equation, I really feel like Thea Hale has the resiliency, and the will to go up there and grab that championship. Honestly, I think ladder matches would favor somebody like Thea Hale, because Thea Hale is a stronger, faster competitor. So she's able to quickly hit her finisher and scurry her way up the ladder to capture a championship. And honestly, Thea Hale has been in NXT way too long to not have a championship, and I don't feel like she's ready to be NXT Women's Champion yet. I do feel like Thea Hale is more than ready to be NXT Women's North American Champion. There's no denying that. Thea Hale is so over with the NXT universe as well. So I really feel like it could be a smart move for NXT to put the Women's North American Championship on Thea Hale. Even if it's not a long-term idea, it would still just be a wonderful moment to see Thea Hale finally conquering the mountain to get a championship. I think that the NXT universe would be chanting, "You deserve it," all night long if Thea Hale becomes NXT Women's North American Champion. And Kalani Jordan could win her second. Somebody like Izzy Dane or Lola Vice would be another great first-time champion as well, because Izzy Dane and Lola Vice have not yet to capture championship gold in NXT yet, even though they've been on the roster for well over a year apiece. But if I'm looking at the roster and I'm saying who's been here the longest, strongest that hasn't won a championship that deserves it. Thea Hale would definitely be near the top or at the top of that list. The dedication that Thea Hale has put into her craft over the last 2 or 3 years has been unmatched, in my opinion, in NXT. And since she defeated Carmen Pekovic to be able to qualify for the NXT Women's North American Championship ladder match, I really feel like it's a smart move for NXT to finally put Thea Hale over and let her run her reign. So honestly, the big question that everybody's wondering after Thea Hale defeated Carmen Pekovic to qualify for this ladder match is, can Thea Hale win the Women's North American Championship at Stand and Deliver? And our fourth hot take of the week: D'Angelo family and Dark State parking lot brawl was amazingly savage. Well, this past Tuesday night, we had a beat down in the parking lot between the D'Angelo family and Dark State, and these men tore each other up. It started out in the parking lot, then it went inside the building, where even my face was cringing a couple of times after seeing stacks be thrown into the lockers and seeing the plywall be broken down off of a spear through a wall. These men went all out in the parking lot brawl, and honestly, in my opinion, because of this parking lot brawl, it became one of my must-see matches at NXT Stand and Deliver. And after a while, it went back out into the parking lot, and a car pulled up. Tony D'Angelo stepped out with a crowbar. He hit each member of Dark State with that crowbar a good 2 or 3 times before Dark State decided to retreat. And it wasn't any soft shots. It was hard thuds that crowbar was making off the body of Dark State. And then we saw flashing red and blue lights in the background, so we only assumed that the police were called on this parking lot brawl, and that just made it even better. Tony D'Angelo said, just focus on Stand and Deliver. We'll get these guys then. But still, it was such a great, parking lot brawl, between these men. Honestly, I absolutely, love, how savage, Dark State has been since arriving. From taking out Oba Femi, Trick Williams, to Javon Evans, to now targeting the D'Angelo family. It seems like Dark State is just going to run over everybody that is on the roster in NXT if you're a dude. So honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if Dark State gets some female members just so they can wreak havoc on the female division too. Because Dark State really looks savage, dominant right now. And the D'Angelo family, yes, they're doing all that they can right now to try to hold Dark State at bay. But it doesn't seem to be working. I really hope that the 6-man tag that these men have at Stand and Deliver have some sort of stipulation to it, because I wouldn't want to go from a parking lot brawl backstage just to a regular 6-man tag at Stand and Deliver. Maybe make it a street fight. Maybe make it no disqualification, no holds barred, something. Because I really feel like you're going to have to raise the bar at Stand and Deliver. And just a 6-man tag is not going to do that, in my opinion. And plus, these men deserve to be able to have the best quality match that they can. the D'Angelo family have been on the NXT roster for the better half of 3 years now. The D'Angelo family is one of those factions that I feel like should have already been called up to the main roster. And Dark State is just so new and so fresh to NXT, and everything that they've done savagely, they've done dominantly, and they've made sure that they are going to dominate the competition. They don't care who the competition is. Each and every week, Dark State's main focus is to come out and wreak havoc, and it's very hard to game plan for somebody who comes out and wreaks havoc. So let's really hope that the D'Angelo family have a few aces up their sleeve at Stand and Deliver. But when it came to Tuesday nights and it came to this parking lot brawl, at the end of the day, the D'Angelo family and the Dark State parking lot brawl was amazingly savage. And our fifth hot take of the week will take us over to Friday Night SmackDown. Carmelo Hayes deserves more than Andre the Giant Battle Royal winner. This past Friday night, we had the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, the night before WrestleMania, and no real big names in this match. But honestly, this Battle Royal, here's a hot take for you. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal has turned into a battle of jobbers. That is my opinion, especially over the last 3 or 4 years. When this thing first came out, we had some great Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winners. Cesaro was one of them. Braun Strowman was another one. We've had a few great ones. But over the last few years, it really feels like this has been a battle of jobbers on the night before WrestleMania, reserved for people who couldn't get on the WrestleMania card. And Carmelo Hayes should have definitely been on the WrestleMania 41 card. In my opinion, there's so many feuds that you could have started with Carmelo Hayes. You could have called up Trick Williams from NXT to have Carmelo Hayes versus Trick Williams at WrestleMania 41. I would have absolutely loved that, in my opinion. It would have been a lot better than just throwing Carmelo Hayes into the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Carmelo Hayes is him. Carmelo Hayes don't miss. Carmelo Hayes, when in NXT, was the NXT champion for a year. He is a multiple-time NXT champion. And honestly, since Carmelo Hayes has been called up to the main roster, WWE has really dropped the ball on the greatness of Carmelo Hayes. I don't understand why Carmelo Hayes hasn't captured championship gold, aside from the fact that everything WWE does is scripted. Look at me breaking the fourth wall. But honestly, I feel like Carmelo Hayes is good enough to be challenging for the United States Championship. I feel like Carmelo Hayes is good enough to be challenging for the Intercontinental Championship. And here in about 2 or 3 years, I feel like Carmelo Hayes is good enough to be WWE champion. That's how great I think he can be. If you could put him in the ring on a regular basis and let him continue to cook, continue to be him, continue to not miss, and continue to win matches. Honestly, I feel like Carmelo Hayes is going to be one of the best high flyers in WWE over the next 10 to 15 years. And He deserves it. Honestly, he came into NXT. He grinded in NXT for a few years, before getting called up to the main roster. He's grinding right now, and when he gets to the top, he'll deserve it because he put the work in. He put the sweat in. He put the tears in, and that's what you need out of a champion. You need an iron will of resiliency. You need a champion that won't fall off the pedestal and be wavered by anything. You need a champion that'll stand his ground and fight his best fight each and every time he comes out and defend the belt. And I feel like Carmelo Hayes comes out and gives us the best performance that he can possibly put together every single week. I think that if Carmelo Hayes was capable of better, I think we would have gotten better. Because that's the kind of competitor Carmelo Hayes is. Carmelo Hayes gives 110% every single promo, every single match, every single thing he does with WWE. He gives it 110%, and honestly, I'm kind of disappointed to see somebody with the talent of Carmelo Hayes to be thrown into the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I'm happy that he won it. Don't get me wrong, that's deserved. But Carmelo Hayes could be doing so much more than just competing in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal before WrestleMania 41. So at the end of the day, I really feel like Carmelo Hayes deserves more than the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner. And our sixth hot take of the week, Zelina Vega deserves Women's United States Championship match. Well, this past Friday night, the Women's United States Champion Chelsea Green went one-on-one with Zelina Vega, and this was a very back and forth match. They got probably about 7 to 10 minutes in the ring, and honestly, it was a pretty good match considering the competitors that we had. Chelsea Green was in control for parts. Zelina Vega was in control for parts, and honestly, Zelina Vega looked great in the ring. Everything she attempted to do, she did wonderfully. We didn't really have many botches in this match, and ultimately, Zelina Vega was able to upset and pin the Women's United States Champion Chelsea Green. And I'm one of those believers that if you can pin the champion, then that in itself earns you a shot at the championship gold. And Zelina Vega hasn't really had much in WWE since last year, when she was feuding over the Women's World Championship with Liv Morgan in a one match and done type situation. But Zelina Vega has stayed beside LWO to support them in everything they've done to be able to stay on camera, so we don't forget who Zelina Vega is. And Zelina showed up this past Friday night, and in my opinion, she had one of the best matches of her career when she was able to pin the Women's United States Champion Chelsea Green. And honestly, Zelina Vega now has some momentum in her corner, and momentum can be a heck of a thing. I don't care if you're talking about wrestling, football, basketball, sports, anything in life. Momentum can be a heck of a thing. It can really turn a superstar or a team's career or season around. And momentum is now in the corner of Zelina Vega, and not only do I think that she deserves a championship match, but I think there's a good chance that if she gets a championship match, we could be having a new Women's United States champion in Zelina Vega because of the momentum that is in her corner. Momentum can win you championships. Momentum can really turn things around when things look bleak. And Zelina Vega definitely looked excellent in her match against Chelsea Green. I really hope that this isn't a one and done between these two women, because I feel like if you could get a good, compelling storyline between Zelina Vega and Chelsea Green, this could be one of the best feuds WWE puts together in 2025 when it comes to the women's division. I really feel like Zelina Vega can shine as Women's United States champion in 2025 as well. And you can even have some angles with Piper Niven coming in to try to help out Chelsea Green, Alba Fire coming in to try to help out Chelsea Green, and Zelina Vega can go find herself a couple of women that'll stand by her as well, do a 6-women tag match as part of their storyline. I'd be here for all of it. Chelsea Green has also been off my TV for far too long. I think Zelina Vega is the perfect person to put against Chelsea Green, and not only put Chelsea Green back on my TV, but put the Women's United States Championship back on my TV as well, because I really feel like a championship like that should definitely be pushed more with the mid-card of the women in WWE. The same goes with the Intercontinental Championship for the women as well. I feel like both of those championships should be pushed to the moon, and women should be scratching and clawing to get a shot at one of those belts, in my opinion. I think Zelina Vega can do that, can bring that type of prestige back to the Women's United States Championship. But at the end of the day, after the performance Zelina Vega had against Chelsea Green, I really feel like Zelina Vega deserves a Women's United States Championship match. And our 7th hot take of the week will take us to NXT Stand and Deliver. Why did Roxanne Perez walk out on Cora Jade at Stand and Deliver? Well, over the past few weeks, the women who have not been featured on the Stand and Deliver card, were very upset, went to Ava, tried to get a last, chance qualifying match for the ladder match, for the Women's North American Championship, and Ava said there won't be a last chance qualifying match, but we'll see what we could do about a tag team match at Stand and Deliver. It was originally going to be a triple threat between Fatal Influence, Metaphor, and Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley, but Roxanne Perez needed to find a partner in order to make it a fatal 4-way match. And Roxanne Perez found Cora Jade that was willing to back her up, and so Ava made it a fatal 4-way elimination match, with the winner getting a shot at the Women's Tag Team Championships. And honestly, I was pretty surprised by this. We had Metaphor be the first team out of this match as they were eliminated. But Roxanne Perez was in the corner of Cora Jade. Cora Jade really needed to make a tag, but then Roxanne Perez stepped off the apron and just slowly walked away from the ring and up the ramp. We are wondering why Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade have at times been tied to the hip when they're working together in NXT, since both women have showed up to the roster. Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade were able to become NXT Women's Tag Team Champions when those belts were around a few years ago. And even when last year, when Roxanne Perez was defending the NXT Women's Championship on her own, Cora Jade came back to be the muscle for Roxanne Perez, and they have always been tied to the hip. Their chemistry was next level. If Roxanne Perez had any friends in NXT, it was with Cora Jade. I'm assuming not anymore. After Roxanne Perez walked out on Cora Jade, but Roxanne Perez has been fixated on getting her hands on gold since she's arrived. That's why she is a two-time NXT Women's Champion, and her first NXT Women's Championship reign started when she was able to dethrone Mandy Rose, who was NXT Women's Champion for 413 days. So the Prodigy definitely has been at the top of her game since joining NXT, and Cora Jade has been a big supporter of everything Roxanne Perez has done. And honestly, it doesn't make sense to me. I'm not against splitting up Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade, but if we were going to do that, I feel like it would have made more sense if Cora Jade walked out on Roxanne Perez, because Cora Jade was jealous of all the success that Roxanne Perez was having, and Cora Jade has had no luck in singles competition when it comes to capturing gold. So a jealous storyline when it comes to Roxanne Perez versus Cora Jade would have definitely made a lot of sense to me. I am very curious to see where this goes over the next few weeks with Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade. Will they be feuding? How personal is it going to get? How long are they going to be feuding? Are a lot of the big questions that I have with this Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade situation. But honestly, I was shocked to see Roxanne Perez be the one to turn on Cora Jade, and the only thing I'm wondering is, why did Roxanne Perez walk out on Cora Jade at Stand and Deliver? And our eighth hot take of the week: Hank and Tank deserve to become the new NXT Tag Team Champions. Well, at Stand and Deliver, we had the NXT Tag Team Championships on the line as the champions, Nathan Frazier and Axiom, were taking on Hank Walker and Tank Ledger after they had a gauntlet match on NXT to decide who would face the Fraxium for the titles that Stand and Deliver, and Hank and Tank started out the gauntlet match, and they were able to go on and win 4 matches in a row, exactly like Lyra Valkyria and Bayley did on SmackDown the previous week. And Hank and Tank honestly had no momentum going into this match. Maybe a little bit if you consider the pep talk that the Street Profits gave them a week ago. But outside of that, going into this, Hank and Tank were on a big losing streak, and it didn't look great for them, but when they were able to get their first win, they started to feel themselves, and once they got their second and third win, they really went to town. Confidence went through the roof, and when they were able to qualify, they really believed that anything was possible for Hank and Tank. They had a little promo on the pre-show talking about their journey to stand and deliver, and honestly, when these four got in the ring, this was probably one of the best matches at Stand and Deliver. Nathan Frazier and Axiom really brought it with their high-flying offense, and Hank and Tank really brought it with their power game. Hank and Tank controlled the early portions of this match, as every time Axiom and Nathan Frazier would try to go behind and grab Hank and Tank by the waist, Hank and Tank would just throw him off with their butt. And honestly, this was a great match from start to finish. Nathan Frazier and Axiom were able to get the high-flying game going when they needed to, and Hank and Tank just had the ground game on lockdown, in my opinion. And there was just something different in the air in Las Vegas on this particular evening. And honestly, this was a really good back and forth match. Fraxium thought they had this one put away, but the resiliency of Hank and Tank really showed up in this match, and ultimately that was the X factor, as Hank and Tank were able to hit their finisher 1, 2, 3, and new NXT Tag Team Champions Hank Walker and Tank Ledger. And honestly, I am totally here for it. Hank and Tank is excellent in the ring. They're a lot of fun to watch. When they're on their promo work, they are happy, they are positive, they're excited all the time, and they really believe in their tag team. Hank said, this is not a one-man show. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for us. And Tank said the same exact thing. He said, it's not about me, it's about us, and that's why we're the NXT Tag Team Champions now. And honestly, I am totally here for it. I also love the fact that Hank and Tank is over like Rover with the NXT universe. It's really going to make their title run in NXT in 2025 a lot of fun to watch. So if you like big bellies flying all over the place and just having a great time, you definitely need to tune into NXT to see Hank and Tank, because they are definitely a treat for the eyes. And honestly, at the end of the day, Hank and Tank deserve to become the new NXT Tag Team Champions. And our ninth hot take of the week will take us to WrestleMania 41 Night 1. Jey Uso making Gunther tap is the best moment of Jey Uso's career. Well, Jey Uso just a few months ago eliminated John Cena to win the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble match, and Jey Uso ended up choosing Gunther to face for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 41, and that's where the rivalry really started. Gunther said that Jey Uso couldn't hold his boots, and 3-0 record against Jey Uso proved that for Gunther, and about 3 weeks ago, Jimmy challenged Gunter to a match, and Gunter just brutalized Jimmy Uso, even though Jimmy Uso came out the box looking like he was going to upset Gunter for the first minute or two of this match, being able to hit a super kick followed by a big splash. But Gunter eventually locked in the sleeper, put Jimmy Uso to sleep, and Gunter was able to win by submission slash knockout. But that wasn't enough for the ring general, as the ring general came back, zip tied Jay to the rope and continued to brutalize Jimmy Uso, busted him open, blood everywhere, and then Jey Uso showed up the following week, a lot more serious, walked down to the ring, slapped the mic out of Gunter's hand, and he asked Gunter, "How's your mom doing? How'd the conversation with your mom go this week?" I'll tell you how the conversation with my mom went. I had to go and tell my mom that Jimmy's laying up in the hospital bed with 15 stitches in his head. That's how my week went, and then the following week, Jey Uso said that he felt like Gunter was scared after everything that has happened between these two men over the last few months. And he said, "See you on Saturday." Left it at that. So here we are. World Heavyweight Championship. The champion Gunter defending against the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble winner, Jey Uso. And honestly, this was a spectacular match. It could have gone a little bit longer. And when I say a little bit longer, I mean probably about 3 to 5 minutes longer. This match still went about 15 to 20 minutes. And honestly, it was one of the best matches in all of WrestleMania weekend. Gunter dominated a big portion of this matchup. Whether he was hitting a chop, a clothesline, a power bomb, Gunter was dominating Jey Uso for a lot of this match. Jey Uso was able to get his spots in, especially when he was able to hit Gunter with a power bomb of his own for a 1-2 kick out. And these two definitely had the best match that these two have had yet at WrestleMania 41. And Jey Uso was able to pull a page out of Gunter's book, was able to lock in the sleeper on Gunter that Gunter's been locking in to Jey and Jimmy Uso over the last few weeks. And Gunter tapped out, and we had a new world heavyweight champion in Jey Uso, and everybody in Las Vegas completely lost their minds. And Jey Uso held the title up with pride, and he said that the whole road to WrestleMania 41 was worth it. All the bumps, all the tears, as Jimmy Uso was standing in the ring, and Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso ended up hugging it out with the World Heavyweight Championship. And honestly, I feel like if anybody right now deserves to be World Heavyweight Champion, it is Jey Uso. It is the main event, and honestly, it was one of the best moments of his career. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think Jey Uso's best moment of his career is. But at the end of the day, in my opinion, Jey Uso making Gunter tap is the best moment of Jey Uso's career. And our 10th hot take of the week: Tiffany Stratton beating Charlotte proves that it is truly Tiffy time. Charlotte was able to go on and win the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble. And from there, she was able to choose which champion she wanted to face at WrestleMania. And on Friday Night SmackDown, I believe it was the February February 14th edition, Charlotte Flair ended up choosing Tiffany Stratton, and that's where their rivalry really begun. It really was awkward for a lot of it. Charlotte Flair really trashing Tiffany in promos to start. Tiffany then firing back, not taking any of it lightly. Before it ended up in the ring for one of the most unscripted promos we had seen in a while. It got all the way to the point where Charlotte had said, that's why Ludwig Kaiser is in my DMs, which really shocked the WWE universe. Then these two women have just been down each other's throats the entire 2 months. But when Charlotte chose Tiffany for WrestleMania, she said that she's coming for the championship belt, and there's nothing that nobody can do about it. So here we are, WrestleMania 41. We have the champion Tiffany Stratton defending against the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble winner Charlotte. And Charlotte was in control of this match in the early portions. Tiffany Stratton did really struggle to keep up with the Queen, but she did better as the match went on. We saw glimpses of Tiffany Stratton really shine through this match in the mid to later stages of it. And at the beginning, we really thought Charlotte Flair was just going to run right through this and win another championship. But Tiffany was able, after a while, to be able to really turn this into a back and forth slugfest. And honestly, this match went exactly as I hoped it would go. Charlotte Flair really not losing anything by losing this match at WrestleMania 41. She's already a 14-time women's champion, whereas somebody like Tiffany Stratton, Tiffany Stratton's championship reign has definitely reached a whole new level when it comes to the challenger she's been able to put down, as Tiffany Stratton was able to go to the top rope and hit the prettiest moonsault for a 1-2-3, and Tiffany Stratton is still the WWE Women's Champion. And honestly, a lot of people really enjoyed that. Charlotte Flair has not really had the gel with the WWE Universe that WWE was hoping for. And most of the WWE Universe was backing Tiffany Stratton in this rivalry, as everybody truly believes that it is now Tiffy time, and I am totally here for it. Will we see a rematch between Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte for the WWE Women's Championship? I hope not, but WWE, I wouldn't be surprised if they make it happen 2 or 3 different times over the span of 2025. We know how Charlotte takes losing, similar to how Rhea Ripley is taking losing the Women's World Championship. She just can't stay out of the picture once she's lost it. Charlotte is the exact same way, so I do expect to see this match again. I do expect this rivalry to continue on, but honestly, this was one of the biggest, if not the biggest moment of Tiffany Stratton's career, and her beating Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania really cements her legacy as a woman that's going to be here for a long time and probably going to become a Hall of Famer one day. And at the end of the day, in my opinion, Tiffany Stratton beating Charlotte Flair proves that it is truly Tiffy time. And our 11th hot take of the week takes us to WrestleMania 41 Night 2. Io Sky retaining the Women's World Championship finish came out of nowhere? Well, Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley have really been feuding over the last few months. Back at Elimination Chamber, Bianca Belair was able to win the Women's Elimination Chamber match, which meant she was going to have a Women's World Championship match at WrestleMania 41. And about 3 or 4 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, we had Io Sky defending. We had Rhea Ripley defending the Women's World Championship against Io Sky. Bianca Belair was out at commentary watching the match, and because Rhea Ripley got distracted with Bianca Belair while Rhea Ripley was on the top rope, Io Sky was able to capitalize and capture the Women's World Championship and become the new champion on the March 3rd edition of Monday Night Raw. And then we were going to have the contract signing for Io Sky versus Bianca Belair, and both women signed the contract before Rhea Ripley came out, took the contract, signed it, even though she wasn't even on the match. Then later that evening, all three women were brawling backstage before Adam Pearce came out and said that Io Sky will defend the Women's World Championship against Rhea Ripley with Bianca Belair as the special guest referee. And when we got into that match, Rhea Ripley accidentally kicked Bianca Belair. Then Io Sky went to the top rope to hit a missile drop kick. Rhea Ripley got out the way, hit Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair rolled out the ring and called the match off as a double disqualification. And then on the March 17th edition of Monday Night Raw, Adam Pearce just came out and said that the match at WrestleMania 41 will be a triple threat match, as Io Sky will defend against both Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley in a triple threat match. All three women signed the contract. So here we are, WrestleMania 41 Night 2 for the Women's World Championship. Io Sky defending against Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley, and honestly, the match was actually a really good match. It started the show for night 2, and these three women definitely left it all out on the line. Bianca Belair was able to hit a KOD on Rhea Ripley, and we thought we was going to have a new Women's World Champion, but that didn't happen. Rhea Ripley had riptide receipts for both Bianca Belair and Io Sky at points into this match. But only leading to a 1-2 kick out. Bianca Belair then tried to lock in the KOD. She was able to hit it on Rhea Ripley, but when she went for the pinfall, Io Sky, the genius of the sky, flew out of the sky and was able to hit a splash on Bianca Belair, which immediately rolled Io into the pinfall. 1, 2, 3. And still, the Women's World Champion, the genius of the sky, Io Sky, able to beat both Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. And this was a big surprise for me, honestly. I really thought we was going to have a new champion, and we was going to be going into a Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley storyline over the Women's World Championship. But that doesn't seem to be the case. I still really hope we get Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley storyline in 2025. We have the seeds set, and we can finally start to feature other women or the Women's World Championship besides Rhea Ripley every time at this point. It gives us somebody that Rhea Ripley can really feud with, that can sink her teeth into, because let's be be honest. Rhea Ripley is at the point in her career where she doesn't need it to be a championship match in order to put butts in seats. Rhea Ripley could sell matches just by being Rhea Ripley. Honestly, I would watch a pay-per-view that had Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley in a singles match. Of course I would. You don't need a title for that. These are the two most powerful women on the Raw women's roster right now. Of course I would watch that. And but honestly, when it comes down to the finish, at the end of the day, I feel like Io Sky retaining the Women's World Championship finish came out of nowhere. And now, finally, for our final hot take of the week, John Cena proves he is the greatest of all time, winning number 17. John Cena and Cody Rhodes have really been feuding since the Elimination Chamber. Similar to Bianca Belair, John Cena won the 2025 Elimination Chamber match, his fourth Elimination Chamber win of his career, tying him for the most wins inside the Elimination Chamber. And then we had Cody Rhodes and John Cena in the middle of the ring with The Rock and Travis Scott, with the WWE Universe wondering if Cody Rhodes will sell his soul to the final boss. And that's where John Cena ended up turning heel with a low blow to Cody Rhodes, and really savage beatdown from John Cena, The Rock, and Travis Scott at the Elimination Chamber. Travis Scott even broke Cody Rhodes' eardrum, I believe the rumors were, which ended up being true. And then John Cena and Cody Rhodes have really been going face to face with some of the best promo work from both of these men's entire careers, whether they're going face to face in Brussels, whether they're going face to face in London. It was a great story that these two told. John Cena really digging into the WWE universe, talking about how sorry they are. John Cena saying that he is going to take the WWE Championship, the one that Bruno Sammartino won, the one that Stone Cold Steve Austin won, the one that Bret the Hitman Hart won, and he's going to take that home with him when he retires, and WWE is going to have to come out with a new toy championship because he, John Cena, will be the last real champion in WWE. Cody Rhodes has been countering that, saying, well, in order for that to happen, you're going to have to take it from me. So we were on to WrestleMania 41 for the undisputed WWE Championship, as the champion Cody Rhodes was defending against the challenger John Cena. And this was the main event of WrestleMania 41 Night 2, so it really got the runtime that it deserved. John Cena had a little bit of a slow start in this match, but once he got his footing in this match, John Cena dominated Cody Rhodes. He even had Cody Rhodes set up for the five knuckle shuffle a couple of times in points of this match. John Cena was able to hit a AA, and we thought he was going to capture the championship, but it only led to a 1-2 kick out. Cody Rhodes was able to hit Cody Cutter for a 1-2 kick out. Cody Rhodes was even able to hit Crossroads for a 1-2 kick out. There was something different in the air tonight in Las Vegas for this match as well, and John Cena really stepped it up in this match, having one of the best matches he's had in his career at WrestleMania 41. But when both men were down, the music hit from Mr. Travis Scott, and he came down to the ring, John Cena with a huge smile on his face. uh, as Cody Rhodes tried to go after Travis Scott, was talking crap to Travis Scott, before Cody Rhodes turned around and he walked right into an attitude adjustment from John Cena, and just like that, 1, 2, 3, and new undisputed WWE champion John Cena. And just like that, John Cena capturing championship number 17, passing Ric Flair and becoming the man who has won the most WWE championships in WWE history. And honestly, this was one of the best moments of John Cena's career. Royal Rumble winner, Grand Slam champion, 4-time Elimination Chamber winner. I could be here all night listing the accomplishments of one John Cena. But at the end of the night, John Cena proves he is the greatest of all time, winning number 17. And that was WWE Hot Take Season 2, Episode 15. What's your hot take of the week? Let me know down in the comment section below. You want to say hi? You want to talk about wrestling? Just post a comment down in the comment section below, and I read and reply to every positive message I see. Don't forget to like the video, share the video all over social media, and you made it all the way to the end of this video? Go smash that subscribe button so you could be notified of all my future videos. And if you want to see some more of me, Nicky D, then go check out another one of my videos, because I got hours of content that'll keep you entertained well into the evening. With that being said, I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. I'm Nicky D. This is the Nicky D channel, and I will see all of y'all beautiful people next time. Bye, y'all.